I saw the message before she could lock her phone. It wasn't even long. Just a name I didn't recognize and a line that punched the air right out of my lungs. Wish you were here instead of him. She snatched the phone from my hand so quickly she almost dropped it. Her face flushed, eyes wide for half a breath before she forced a smile. It's work stuff. Don't make a big deal out of nothing. But I'd already felt the ground shift beneath me. My heart told me something was wrong, even if my brain kept trying to pretend nothing had changed. I'd trusted Claire for 8 years. We'd built a life that felt steady and safe. So I tried to swallow the worry and act normal, but the message kept echoing in my head like a warning. That evening, she said she needed to go to a coworker's birthday. Late dinner. Networking. You know how it is. She brushed off my questions with a kiss on my cheek that felt colder than usual. Don't wait up, she said, already halfway out the door. I watched her leave with a knot in my stomach, replaying the way she hid her phone behind her back. It wasn't what she said that bothered me. It was everything she wasn't saying. Hours passed. Midnight turned into 1. 1 turned into 2. I tried calling her, but the first time she declined the call. The second time went straight to voicemail. When she finally came home, she smelled like perfume I didn't recognize. Not hers. Not mine. Something sharper, expensive, and unfamiliar. She kicked off her heels, trying to move quietly, but I was sitting on the couch waiting. You didn't have to stay up, she said, like my worry was an inconvenience. I asked about the perfume. I asked why she ignored my calls. Her voice rose before I even accused her of anything. You're being jealous again. You know how you get. If you're so bothered, go home. I stared at her, confused. Home. This is my home. She looked away, cheeks tight with annoyance. Then stop acting like a child. Jealous again. Like I was the problem. Like the fear knotting in my chest wasn't screaming for a reason. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to push her away. So I did the one thing she never expected. I stood up, grabbed my keys, and left. Not slamming doors. Not shouting. Just, gone. I drove to my brother's place and sat in the car for a minute, trying not to fall apart. When he opened the door, bleary-eyed and confused, he didn't ask questions. He saw the look on my face, handed me a blanket, and let me crash on his couch. That night, I barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, my brain fed me images of Claire with someone else. Someone who made her smile the way she stopped smiling for me. The morning light hurt more than the fear. When I checked my phone, I saw 5 missed calls, 3 voice messages, and a text from Claire. Where are you? Please come home. Suddenly, she cared. I didn't answer. I wasn't ready to hear her voice. Not until I understood the truth. Around 10, she showed up at my brother's door. Her hair was messy like she hadn't slept either. She rushed to hug me, but I didn't lift my arms. She froze. Why did you leave? She asked in a trembling whisper. You told me to, I said quietly. So I listened. She sat on the edge of the couch, hands shaking. I didn't mean it. I was angry. I hate when you accuse me. It makes me feel like you don't trust me. I took a breath. What about the message I saw? Who wishes you were with them instead of me? Her face cracked. That tiny moment of hesitation told the entire story. It's nothing physical, she said, voice barely above a whisper. He's just someone from work. We talk. I vent. It got too familiar. Too familiar. I repeated. Claire, he told you he wanted you with him. How is that nothing? She wiped her eyes. I didn't encourage it. I swear. I just like the attention. I know that sounds awful, but I've been feeling invisible. You come home tired. We barely talk. It's like we're roommates. Every word hit me with both guilt and fury. Because she wasn't wrong. I had gotten comfortable. Maybe too comfortable. But comfort doesn't give you permission to betray someone. I'm still here, I whispered. Even when I'm tired. Even when things are boring or hard. I'm here for you. Not just when you need attention. She covered her face with her hands and sobbed. I messed up. I just I wanted to feel wanted again. And when you get jealous, it scares me. It reminds me how much I could lose. Her logic made no sense, but emotions rarely do. I looked at her, this woman I loved more than anything, crumbling in front of me. And I felt something break inside me too. Not anger. Not hatred. Just sadness. Sadness that trust can fracture without a single kiss or touch. Sadness that someone you love can drift just far enough that you feel like strangers. I told her I needed the day to think. She nodded, wiping her face, terrified I might never come home. I walked around the city for hours, remembering everything that used to feel easy with her. Our early mornings cuddled under warm blankets. The way she laughed with her whole body. The night we promised each other forever. When did forever start to fade? I wasn't innocent in all this. I got lazy. I took our marriage for granted. I thought love stayed strong just because we wanted it to. But she had choices too. And she chose someone else to fill the spaces where I should have been. By the time the sun started sinking, I had made my choice. I returned home. She was sitting on the couch, hands wrapped around a mug she hadn't touched. The moment she saw me, relief washed over her. "I'm glad you're back," she whispered. I sat across from her. "I'm willing to try again. But I can't do it alone. You have to choose us. And if there's even a shadow of doubt, we should let each other go before we destroy everything." She nodded quickly. "I choose you. I'll cut him off. Completely. Please, just don't leave me." I wanted to believe her. I wanted to feel that old certainty again. That warmth in my chest when she smiled. That instinct to protect what we built. But trust doesn't return just because someone apologizes. It comes back slowly, step by painful step. That night, as we climbed into the same bed, I felt the distance between us like a second mattress. She reached for my hand. I let her hold it. Her thumb brushed my skin, gentle and desperate. "I'm scared," she whispered into the dark. "Me too," I said. There was a long silence before she spoke again. "You could have ignored me when I told you to go home. You could have stayed and fought." I stared at the ceiling, eyes stinging. "I left because I realized something," I said. "Love shouldn't have to beg to be trusted. And trust shouldn't be tested to see if it breaks." She squeezed my hand tighter, but I didn't squeeze back. By morning, she understood everything she had put at risk. I didn't leave to punish her. I left because jealousy wasn't the problem. Fear wasn't either. The real problem was that she forgot what we were worth. And now she was the one afraid I would vanish. Maybe that fear would help her remember. Maybe it would help me believe again. The truth is, I still love her. I still want us. But that night taught me a hard truth. Sometimes, the only way to save a marriage is to walk away just long enough for both people to realize what life looks like without each other. She told me to go home if I was jealous. So I did. And by the time the sun came up, she finally understood. I wasn't jealous. I was hurting.